What is up, you guys? How you guys doing today? My name is Shaydog, and if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing and leaving a like on this video. So yesterday I did a video about my time working at Six Flags Great America back in 2018. And today it's going to be a story time video about the time that I got stuck on a ride while working at Six Flags Great America. So one of the rides I used to work was called the Skytrack Tower. It's an observation deck type ride where you go, everybody gets in on the ground level and then you go up, straight up, and it rotates for a few minutes before coming back down to the ground. It's like a 3-mile-per-hour ride, and you get a nice view of the theme park and the surrounding area like Gurney and everything else. And on clear days, you can see downtown Chicago, you can see the lakefront and everything else. Now with Skytrack Tower, some days it was open from 10:30 a.m. till 2 p.m. and they would close it, and it would be open again from 4 until closing of the theme park. And there were some days where it wouldn't open at all. So let's just start off with, I went to work one day. I was supposed to be trained in Whizzer, which was my home unit, and I couldn't get trained at Whizzer because Whizzer was still closed. So they said, okay, you got to go to Skytrack Tower. And I was like, do I have to? They were like, yeah. I'm like, okay, whatever. So it was like me and like 6-7 other people went to Skytrack Tower to get trained on it. So everything was going fine, and it was my turn to operate it. I'm like, I'm only operating it one time because I really didn't want to, operate it more than once. So I got in, operated it, everything was perfect. Came back down, went back to enable position, was trained there before I went back in and operated it again. Right after I got off of it, I wasn't enabling, it was someone else enable. The ride goes up, and when it gets to the top, it stops and gets stuck. Thankfully, I'm safely on the ground. And I was like, this is why I did not want to operate it, because I would be afraid of getting stuck up there with customers. I mean, with guests, not customers. So anyway, I think it was either late July, early August of 2018, I was scheduled to work Whizzer, but then they say, oh, they need someone at Skytrack Tower, you're going to Skytrack. I'm like, okay, whatever. I go to Skytrack, and me and this one girl who worked, we decided every 45 minutes to an hour we would alternate between me and her so we can get like operating time as well as enable position. But since the ride only opened at 10:30 till 2, I had a 30-minute period, and then she had an hour, then I had an hour, then she had an hour. So it was my second and last time operating it, and all the guests come on, the doors are closed, I close the door, the enable person goes and checks the ride and makes sure everything's safe, and I'm over here doing my spiel. I'm like, hello, welcome to Skytrack Tower, my name is Jeremy and I will be your operator for this ride. While the ride is in motion, please remain seated with your arms and legs inside the ride at all times, feet firmly on the ground, no eating, smoking, drinking allowed on the ride at any time. Like and just joking around, because I like joking around. I say, well, the ride is in motion up near the top. Please do not attempt to open up the doors, because that would be a very bad thing to do. So I was given the all clear. I said all clear, send it up. Whatever. Ride's going up the tower perfectly. It's rotating. Everything's good. We get to the top. I think we did maybe 2 or 3 full rotations before it just stops. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's just going to stop and it's not going to rotate and we'll go back down on the ground. But something told me to stand up and look behind me at the control panel. So I stood up, I looked at the control panel, and the trouble light was flashing red. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So I called downstairs, and I'm like, hey, she was like, enable position. I'm like, hey, situation. She was like, yeah. I was like, we have a trouble light. She was like, we do? I'm like, yeah. So she's like, ew, let me call maintenance. I'm like, yeah, thank you. So I hung up. I get on the little PA system. I'm like, attention riders, we are currently experiencing a delay in operation. We expect to be moving shortly. Please remain seated and please remain calm, with us being here up in the sky. And for the people that are facing the parking lot, I'm very sorry. You can't see anything but cars. Everybody else that sees like the water park and the theme park, I'll basically go through everything that I know about the theme park, which was awesome. So about 2-3 minutes later, she calls me back. She's like, maintenance said they're on their way. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. Hung up. And I'm pretty much just interacting with the guys, doing trivia with them. I'm like, what were the two original roller coasters that opened at Great America in 1976? And a lot of them said Wizard, a lot of them didn't know about Turn of the Century. They thought it was Demon. I'm like, Demon was known at one point as Turn of the Century. So basically, I was just talking about the theme park, different rides, all the roller coasters when they were built, when they opened up and everything. And I was just doing all that so they weren't bored of, sitting up there not moving and seeing stuff. I want to say maybe about 5, maybe 10 minutes later, maintenance got the ride to go. And you would think maintenance would call me and be like, okay, we got the ride working, we're going to bring it down, let everyone know. They didn't do that. We were just sitting there and the ride ended up rotating and people freak out. And I'm like, riders, please remain seated while the ride comes down to the ground and please do not freak out since we are moving again. Because they weren't expecting the ride to suddenly start moving. So we got back to the ground, and since we were up there maybe 15, 20 minutes, we did have some managers there, I believe, and they were giving them free ride passes or whatever. And of course, they had to shut down the ride for about 2 cycles, send it up, make sure it worked properly. And thankfully, by then it was only 1 o'clock, so I didn't have to work it anymore that day. I was just on the ground being the enabler, but that honestly was the scariest moment for me because I never thought I would get stuck on Skytrek Tower as a guest or as a operator up until that day. I mean, yes, I have been stuck on several rides previous. Like, I've been stuck on the Wizard's Break Run. I've been stuck on Goliath's Lift. I've been stuck at Superman's Break Run, Viper's Break Run, Raging Bull's Break Run. Pretty much every break run of any roller coaster I've been basically stuck on, except for Dark Knight. Well, no, sorry, Dark Knight, yes. I've been stuck on a couple of flat rides. I've been stuck on the carousel. And it was funny with the carousel. But anyway, that will be for a different day. So yeah, so that's just my story time about being stuck on Skytrek Tower when I did not want to be operating it, but I ended up being certified in operating it. My next video will basically be like rides at Six Flags I've actually been stuck on. And that will be kind of interesting for you guys because honestly, I'm not the type of person that would like to be stuck on a ride, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, I want to be stuck on a ride because I never experienced it before. So that'll be in my next video. And then another video idea I have is the time that I did something which I didn't know I was allowed to do at the time. So I'm going to do that video in the near future, and I'll post it to my YouTube channel. So once again, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing, leave a like on this video. And if you're already subscribed, leave a like on this video and comment down below. Let's try to get this video to 25 likes. I know we all can do that, so that's all I can say for now. Alright guys, stay safe and peace out. Bye.